statement that we are coming down. And in recent weeks, we've also seen comments and emotional Erica Kirk obviously paying tribute to her late husband as this announcement coming down today as they unanimously elected Charlie Kirk's widow.
Look, I was genuinely interested when some people who were actually based at Fort Huachuca back in 2010, maybe 2011, reached out to me. They weren't just random accounts. They were people who were there, and they wanted me to know they knew Erica. There are these chats circulating among military personnel stationed there right now, and one of them asserted in a group message that they, too, had seen Erica at Fort Huachuca around September 9th. And look, before we dive into the deep end of this rabbit hole, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. You're going to want to be here as we peel back the layers on this because the timeline we've been given is starting to look like a rough draft that never got fact-checked. Candace Owens is now out here saying Erica Kirk has these creepy ties to Fort Huachuca and may have even been selling donor data to the army. The internet is absolutely spiraling trying to connect the dots because just when people thought the Erica Kirk conversation couldn't get any darker, old footage, old photos, and an unreleased movie project just got dragged back into the spotlight. None of it looks random anymore. This week, things around Erica picked up fast after people dug up material tied to an old, never-released sci-fi film from the early 2000s. What started as a forgotten acting credit quickly turned into people questioning her entire history. The project is called November Renaissance, a science fiction concept that never reached public release. Archived crowdfunding pages describe it as a near-future world built around technology, power, and control. And buried right there in the cast list is a name people weren't expecting to see again: Erica Kirk, credited under her maiden name, Francois. Now, Erica has never publicly talked about this project, and that silence is exactly why people are digging harder now. Things took another turn when an old photo of Erica started circulating again. It shows her laid out on a rooftop holding what looks like a scoped rifle, looking through it like she's in the middle of some action movie. The picture had been online for years and nobody cared. But now, with Erica running Turning Point USA and being Charlie Kirk's widow, the timing of it popping back up has people feeling beyond uneasy, especially given how Charlie was gonna live. Federal investigators say Charlie Kirk was shot by a sniper from an elevated position from over 100 yards away during a debate at Utah Valley University on September 10, 2025. And now suddenly people are staring at this old image of Erica with a rifle and asking questions they weren't asking before. Not because it proves she pulled a trigger, but because the overlap is just unsettling. And let's be real, this is happening in a case that's already been drowning in conspiracies from day one. People have questioned every move Erica's made since Charlie's death. And to a lot of online users, she hasn't exactly been moving like someone who's quietly grieving. I told y'all this woman is not grieving. She's glowing. She's literally happier than a cat at a fish fry. Look at her. She has adoring eyes for the political heavyweights, same adoring eyes we've seen before. Sis is laughing all the way to the bank. So even if it sounds wild, even if it sounds absurd, some people still treat her like she's not fully in the clear. And that's why moments like this hit harder than they normally would. Now, Candace Owens wasted no time jumping on it. On her podcast, Candace said the rifle image is allegedly tied to November Renaissance. She suggested filming may have taken place near Fort Huachuca, a U.S. Army base in Arizona known for intelligence and military operations. She framed it as an alibi question, not an accusation, but that alone was enough to light a match. Because once Fort Huachuca entered the conversation, conspiracy corners of the internet went into full meltdown. People started pulling archived pages, old Instagram posts, and film summaries. Some even claimed the movie's plot involved corporate espionage, assassins, and technology like nanotech that could manipulate reality or transfer military-level skills. None of that has been proven, but once the theory took off, it spread fast. I can tell you definitively that the film was about corporate espionage, assassins, and nanotechnology used to help the government and corporate financial institutions maintain power. One account on X went as far as saying, "At least we can all agree that she has always wanted to be in the spotlight." Well, she did it. She got our attention now. Again, that's a claim, not a fact, but it shows where the conversation has gone. Candace also made things messier by saying that Erica, through TPUSA executives, sent her a video that was supposed to clear up the whole Fort Huachuca question. But according to Candace, that wasn't even what she asked for. And now she's saying she needs to circle back and explain exactly what she wants answered. That detail matters because if there was nothing to explain, why send anything at all? Erica Kirk, for her part, has stayed completely quiet. Here's where it gets tricky though. She said she saw Erica on September 9th. And that date difference matters because a lot of the denials people keep pointing to only focus on one specific day, the 8th. So now the timeline doesn't cleanly line up. After she deleted the message, someone else stepped in and said they could confirm the post was real. A second person who was friends with that individual, who was formerly stationed as well at Fort Huachuca, said, "Yeah, that post actually happened. And there's more. There are those chats among our military personnel stationed there, and one of them asserted in this chat that they too had seen Erica at Fort Huachuca. Now, does that prove Erica was there? No. Does it confirm anything on its own? Also no. But it adds to the confusion because as much as there have been strong denials, moments like this are why people say the story doesn't fully settle. Because now this isn't just about some old movie or a random photo anymore. It's really about trust. People are starting to ask how much of Erica Kirk's image has been carefully put together over the years. From beauty queen to faith-focused speaker to media figure and now the person running a major political group. And what they're wondering is whether there are parts of her past that were never supposed to get this level of attention. Candace Owens keeps framing it as curiosity, not accusation. But curiosity when repeated loud enough turns into suspicion. Right now, there's no real proof that Erica Kirk has ties to Fort Huachuca. There's no clear evidence that donor data was sold to the army and nothing confirming that the movie was filmed near a military base. What people are reacting to is an old photo, a project that never came out, and a timeline that suddenly feels off to a lot of people. And when someone steps into this much power this fast, even small unanswered questions start to feel big. Because at that point, it's not just about what's true or false. It's about what hasn't been explained. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next update on this timeline.